Hi, now I'm going to video a little clip for you of how to do a really nice continuous line tracing from a photograph. You might think it's easy, but there are certain key features that you need to try and grab with your pencil and not leave out. So we're going to put our tracing paper over one of the artist's faces. We've got a choice between Beeza Butler, Jean-Michel Basquiat and Frida Kahlo. So we're going to start with Beeza Butler. I'm going to put my tracing paper right on the edge so it's nice and neat, so it lines up really nicely. So I've still got space on the rest of the sheet for another tracing, so I can get two tracings out of this sheet of paper. So I'm going to line it up. If you want to, you can tape it down, but if you're happy to leave it, just go for it. And then I'm going to just hold the paper down, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to just flow around. Now I'm going to leave the details in the background, and I'm just going to go around Beeza's face. Now if you take your pencil off the page, as we've discussed before, it's not too big a deal as long as your pencil goes back down where it left off. So I'm going to do some circles here. I can see some patterns in Beeza's outfit. You're not doing it exactly the same. You're doing it as near as you can get it. I'm going to have to not press hard here because I've got to go back over this line here and get Beeza's earrings. I'm going to go around there, up. Just get over here. Now, if you need to check what's going on underneath, don't worry about lifting it up, just check. Yeah, there we go. So, carrying on, I'm going to get Beeza's hairline. I'm going to do a little bit of a jaggedy line all the way around so it comes down here. And some of the lines you might want to drop in to show her hair because it's pulled back in a ponytail. So I'm going to just go around those, back on myself, all the way around. So I've got a bit more detail in there. And that looks like a little bit more like hair then. So it's not exactly the same. And then I'm going to take that line up there. I'm going to check out what it looks like. I'm going to take my pencil off for a second and see that the plaits come all the way down the front there now. So I'm going to just do the plaits all the way down there. I'm going to just do a simple line to begin with, and then I can enhance it with a little wibbly line as we go here, and we're going to go all the way back again. I am trying to do as much detail as I can, and like we said before, if you need to lift the page to just have a little look, if it's looking a little bit just like a grey blob underneath, then you might need to just lift the paper and have a little check. So we know that this is Beeza's hair falling in front of her shoulder here, so I'm going to just keep going with my lines there, and it carries on all the way around there like that. I'm going to lift it again and just check. Yeah, it comes around in a few little loops here. You can sort of see the lines of the hair there. And lift it up there. So you want to make it look like hair as best you can. So you don't want it in a too solid a block when you're doing it. Okay, so you can add some more lines in there. And I'm lifting my pencil off just for a moment while I just have a look here and look at the shadow of the shirt. Goes into the hair there. And then I'm going to lift my pencil back and forth across here. Again, it's not exactly the same as the pattern, but I'm going with the shape there. Now I'm doing the easy bit here because I've not got onto her face yet. This is the difficult bit when you get onto the face. So I'm going to just take my line down there, across the bottom, over the shoulder, and up to where I think the shoulder ends. Let me have a little check. Yeah, the shoulder ends about there. Okay, so that's all joined up. All those lines now join. Now, to get Beeza's face, I'm going to have to go in fairly closely and carefully and really delicately. Take it from the edge there, so your line's going to join to the edge. I'm not pressing too hard. I'm going to go back round. I'm going to make the join come at the side of her eye here. Very careful, very slowly. You've got to really take your time with this one. You're looking at the underlid and the actual eyelid itself. Going back over itself there, a little bit of side there to her face. Down here, can't really see too much more there, so I'm going to go round, follow the line down, and then try and join it up here. So I'm just doing lines, I'm not doing lots of texture. I'm going to go down here and follow her eye there. There we go. And then we're going to get to the nose. Now I'm going to just follow the edge of the nose. I'm just going to do edge of her nose there. I'll follow it down there. Edge of her nose there. A little bit of there, and a little bit of a line there joining up there. So that's a very thin line, it's still a line. And I'm going to go around the edge of her mouth. Do the inside of her mouth first. Difficult to do, but you can do that really carefully if you can. Teeth, I'm going to mark those off there. And her top lip there. And then a very light line. You don't have to go all the way around the bottom of the lip there. And then I'm going to just bring it up here a little bit. Again, not lifting it off too much, just trying not to press as hard. I'm going to take that out to there, bring it round and finish off the shape of the face. Just one last lift and then return. One quick look at the shape of her face. Goes down into that shadow there. It's quite difficult to see, but if you're very careful and you've got good lighting, you should be able to see where her face goes. I'm going to just leave it there. Okay, so that's where her hair goes there as well. And there's a big shadow, so we can just leave that there. Now, that should be your continuous line drawing finished of your first artist. And that's the end of that little demo.